Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Math grade 8. We are in model 4 in the lesson 6. Graph linear equations. Graph linear equations. In this lesson, we want to interpret the slope and y-intercept of a line from an equation of the form y equal mx plus b in order to graph the line on the coordinate plane. As you remember, this standard form of the linear equation, this is not proportional because we have here y-intercept. And not proportional means doesn't pass through the origin, This line doesn't pass through the origin, so this is non-proportional. So we want to learn today in this lesson graph equations in slope-intercept form. So if we have the equation y equal 2 over 3x plus 1. As you remember, the slope here will be what? Will be 2 over 3. And the slope equal y over x means rise over run. And 1 means y-intercept, means the value of b, And as you remember, y-intercept means the common point between the linear and the y-axis, the instruction point. This point y-intercept. So how to graph this equation using the slope and the y-intercept? Step 1, find the slope and y-intercept. This is the slope and this is the y-intercept. The second step, graph the y-intercept. The y-intercept b equal 1 means the x will be 0 and the y will be 1. So go to the coordinate plane, then represent this point 0, 1. 0, 1 will be here. This is 0, 1. This is the first point. Then from this point, use the slope to locate a second point on the line. From this point, determine the run. The run here, as you see, 2. The rise. The rise, as you see here, will be 2. And 2 positive means the line go up. So from this point, count 2 units. 1, 2 to the up. So this is rise. Then determine the run. The run will be 3. So count to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. You will get the second point. Then match between the 2 points. You will get the linear. For example, graph lines using slope-intercept form. We want to graph y equal negative 2 over 3x plus 4 using the slope and y-intercept. So at the first, identify the slope and y-intercept. What is the slope? This is the slope. Negative 2 over 3. So the slope of the line is negative 2 over 3. And what is the y-intercept? This is the y-intercept. The value of b equal 4. So then graph this equation. How? Graph the y-intercept at. When you have 4, means this 4 in the y and in the x 0. 0, 4. 0, 4. Where is 0, 4 in the y-axis? Count 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the first point. Then as you see here, you have in the slope, you have negative. Negative means for rise. because the run always positive. The negative means the rise. Negative 2 means from this point go down to 2 units. 1, 2. You will be here now. Then the run 3 means go right 3. 1, 2, 3. You will get the second point. You will get the second point. Then match between the 2 points. You will get the line. You will get the line. In this example, graph y equal negative 4x plus 5. The first step, what is the slope? As you see, the slope negative 4. Negative 4 means negative 4 over 1 means the rise negative 4 and the run 1. Then what is the y-intercept? The value of b, as you see, will be what? 5 means the point 0, 5. So at the first, represent this point in the coordinate plane. 0, 5 means go to the y-axis and count 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first point will be here. Then determine the rise. The rise negative means go down 4 units. Go down 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the rise. Then 1 means the run. Go 1 unit to the left. You will get this point. Then match between the 2 points. You will get the linear. You will get the linear. The second example, graph lines using slope-intercept form. Typical leopard GECO is 3 inches long at birth and grows at rate of about 1/3 inch per week for the first few months. Now the equation y equal 1/3x plus 3 represents the length y of a GECO after x weeks. Graph this equation. So the first step, identify the slope and y-intercept. This is the slope, 1/3. So slope equal 1/3. And the y-intercept means b equal what? Equal 3. So when you have b3 means you have the point 0, 3. So the slope of the line is 1/3 and the y-intercept is 3. So the second step, graph the equation. Graph the equation. How represent this point at the first? 0, 3. Go to the y-axis. This is 1, 2, 3. This is the first point. Then from the slope, you have up the rise and you have down the run. The rise up 1 means positive, means go 1 unit up. Go from this point, go 1 unit up. This is the rise. Then 3 means the run, means go to the right. 3 units. 1, 2, 3. You will get this point. Then match between the 2 points. You will get the linear. So what's the meaning of this linear? The GECO cannot have a negative length, and time cannot be negative. So the line cannot extend to the left of the y-axis. As you see, the line will be where? To the right, and go up to the positive infinity. cannot be negative. So the G-core will eventually reach a maximum length. So the line will not extend forever to the right either. In this example, Jaden has written 6 pages of his novel. He plans to write 4 pages per week until he has completed his novel. Graph the equation. We have this equation y equal 4x plus 6. That represents the total number of pages written y in x, number of week. طيب. At the first, find the slope from the equation. The slope, as you see, will be 4. 4 means 4 over 1. Means the rise 4 and the run 1. Then the second step, find the y-intercept b. As you see from the equation, b will be 6. Means the point 0, 6. Then go to the coordinate plane, represent this point 0, 6. Means go to the y-axis, then count 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the first point. Then as you see, the rise positive 4 means go up 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the rise. Then the run 1 unit means go 1 unit to the right. As you see here, we have a problem. Here we have wrong in this graph because the run go 2. The run go 2. Just go 1. Just go 1 unit to get the point. Then match between the two points here. You will get the linear. So the first linear here, not correct. Because the run here just 1, so must go to the right just 1 unit, to this point, to this point. Now, graphs of a horizontal line, graph of a horizontal lines. The graph shows a horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. The line who parallel with x-axis. The line who parallel with x-axis. This is the horizontal line. All points on a horizontal line have the same y coordinates. As you see, the point here, you have the same x. Here, you have the same y, sorry. Here 3, and here 3, and here 3, and here 3. So if you have horizontal line, means this line parallel with x-axis, and all points in this line have the same value of y, as you see here, 3, 3, 3, 3. You can use the slope-intercept form of a line to derive the equation of a horizontal line. As you remember, the standard form of the equation of non-proportional linear y equal mx plus b. And if you find the slope here, how to find the slope? As you remember, the slope means rise over run, or means the change in the y over the change in the x. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And choose any 2 points, it's up to you. For example, I will choose this point and this point. As you see, this is y2, this is y1. y2 means 3, minus y1 means 3, over x2 means 4, minus x1 will be 2. So 3 minus 3 will be 0, and 4 minus 2 will be 2. 0 divided by 2 equal what? Equal 0. So means the value of the slope will be what? Will be 0. So substitute, put the value of m 0. So the equation will be y equals 0 times x plus b. 0 times x means 0. So it means y equal b. Y equal b. So in the horizontal line, just you have y equal value. And this value means b. This value means b. So the equation of a horizontal line can you written as y equal b, where b is the value of the y-intercept. B will be the value of the y-intercept. As you see, this is the instruction point between the linear and the y-axis. For example, graph horizontal lines. We want to graph this equation. Y equal minus 1 means y equal b. When you see y equal b, means you have horizontal lines. Y equal negative 1. So the equation y equal negative 1 indicates that no matter what the x values are, the y values are always negative 1 here. Therefore, all points on the line are in form x negative 1. The all points in this line have the same value of the y, just a change in the x. So y fixed and you have change just in the x. So how to draw the point? What the meaning of y equal negative 1 means b equal negative 1. Means you have the point 0, negative 1. So go to the y-axis, and the graph or represent 0, negative 1. Then from this point, draw line parallel with x-axis. Draw line parallel with x-axis. Then, as you remember, the linear have infinity points, many points, and all these points have the same value of y. And for example, this point, as you see, 1 in x and negative 1 in y, 1 in x and negative 1 in y. Note here, this is negative 1, and this is negative 1, and this is negative 1. The same value of y, And this point, as you see, negative 2 in x and negative 1 on y, this point. In this example, you have y equal negative 6. You have the equation y equal b, means this is horizontally line. The value of v here in this example equal negative 6. Means you have the point 0, negative 6. So how to graph this linear? Go to the coordinate plane, go to the y-axis, and represent this point 0, negative 6 will be here. Then from this point, draw the line parallel with x-axis. Draw the line parallel with x-axis. Then, as you see, all points in this line have the same value of the y. The value of the y here, negative 6. And the value of the y here, negative 6. And the value of the y here, negative 6. The second idea, graph of vertical lines. The graph of a vertical line is shown. Vertical means parallel with y-axis. So as you see, when the line parallel with y-axis means that all points in this line have the same value of x. As you see, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. The change just in the y. So the slope of the vertical line is undefined. Like, why undefined? If you try to find the slope, as you remember, the slope equal rise over run, or the change in the y2 minus y1, over the change in the x2 minus x1. Choose any 2 points. For example, I will choose this point and this point. Here y2, here y1, here x2, here x1. y2 means negative 2 minus y1 means 1. Now x2 means negative 2 minus x1 means negative 2. So negative 2 minus 1 will be negative 3. And here negative 2 minus times minus will be positive, means plus 2. So the slope equal negative 3 over negative 2 plus 2. This is the additive inverse, will be 0. So tell me now, which number times 0 equal 3? Which number times 0 equal 3? Do you have any number multiplied by 0 equal 3?
No, mister.
So no solution. No solution. When you have no solution in the fraction, means undefined. Undefined means no number. Undefined. Means no number. This is impossible. This is no solution. So always when you see in the fraction 0 in the denominator, means the solution here undefined, means no solution. Okay? So you cannot use the slope-intercept form to derive the equation of a vertical line. So all points on a vertical line have the same x coordinates in the graph, shown no matter what y is, x is always negative 2, so the equation for the line graph will be x equal to. When you have vertically always the equation form will be x equal value. X equal value. For example, here x equal negative 2. X equal negative 2. So the all points have the same value of the x, negative 2. Therefore, the equation of any vertical line can be written as x equal a. So when you see x equal a, means you have the vertical line. When you see y equal b, means you have horizontal line. For example, x equal 4. You have here means horizontal line. How to draw this graph? The equation x equal 4 indicates that no matter what the y values are, so the x values are always 4. Therefore, all points on the line are in the form 4y. And all points here will be what? Will be 4y. But the first point will be what? 4, 0. So go to the coordinate plane, then represent 4, 0. Go to the x-axis, then count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you will get here. Then from this point, draw vertical line parallel with y-axis. Parallel with y-axis. And as you see, all points in this line have the same value of x. The all values of x here 4. So this point, the x here 4, the x here 4, the x here 4. So all points have the same value of the x. In this example, x equals 7. This form x equal a means you have vertical line, vertical line. So the value of a will be 7, means the all points from the order pairs of 7 y. So the first point will be 7, 0. So go to the x-axis, then count from the 0, 7 units. You will get the point here. Then from this point, draw a vertical line who parallel with y-axis, Yes?
Do you have today an exam?
Exam?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So all points in this line have the same value of x. The value of x here 7, here 7, here 7, here 7. The all points have the same value of the x. We have here a word problem. The Jersey family is driving from Philadelphia to Orlando for a vacation. The equation will be y equal negative 65, this is the slope, x plus 1000, this is the y-intercept. Represent the distance y in miles. So y means here the distance. The Jersey family has left to drive after x hours. X means the number of hours. Their friends, the senders, are meeting them in Orlando, but are driving from Cincinnati. The equation y equal negative 70x plus 900. So represent the distance y in miles the sender family has left to drive after X hours. Which family has more miles left to drive after 7 hours? How many more? How many more? So when you want to solve any word problem, you have many steps. What is the task? What is the task? Make sure you understand exactly what equation to answer or problem to solve. You may want to read the problem 3 times. Discuss this question with Bart. So first time, describe the context of the problem in your own words. The second time, what mathematics do you see in the problem? The third time, what are you wondering about? How can you approach the task? What strategies you can use? طيب, if you go to the first equation you have y equal negative 65 times x. What is the x? X means the number of hours. The numbers of hours will be what? Will be 7. So substitution. So multiply by 7 plus 1000. So now we want to multiply 7 times negative 65. Will be negative 455 plus 1000. So the answer will be 545 miles. This is for the first family. The second family, take the second equation. We have negative 70 times the value of x will be 7 plus 900. Now, negative 70 times 7 will be negative 490 plus 900. So the answer will be 410 miles. Now, which greater, which more than, how many more than? As you see, the first family greater than the second family. So this is more than. How to find the difference? 545 minus 410. So more than 135. So the Jersia family, 135 more miles. See the student work? This is the student work, okay? Okay, who has any question about this lesson, about these ideas? Is it clear for all? No questions? Great. Okay, this is all for today. Thank you for your listening. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. See you inshallah on the next Sunday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. On the next Monday, sorry. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.